Well, I went to school in Vail, Oregon, and I played foot on the 1944 football squad in Vail, and graduated there in '45. My coach, Gerald Kamen at Vail High School, was a College of Idaho graduate and played football and baseball and things at the college. So he pretty well prepped us up on the squad there. When I graduated in 1945 from Vail High School, I went in the Army for 2 years. When I got out of the Army, I enrolled at the College of Idaho in February of 1947. And when I went out for football in the fall of 1947, I found about 6 of my former Vail High School football players from the 1944 squad on there was Bud Hammock and Dick Winder and Bob Fisk and Zip Irwin and Swede Erstrom and myself, all on that squad. Well, I think the favorite memory would be in the fall of 1948, they had a polio epidemic going on here in the valley. And they were very nervous about us practicing football down here in the valley. So they took us to McCall, Idaho, bussed us up there, the team. And we stayed in Coach Parberry's, I think it was Shady Beach. He had a resort with cabins and things there. He put the football team up there, and we practiced on the McCall golf course fairways. And those fairways were hard as the dickens. And in that fall of '48, we had several Hawaiian boys that came over to play, Herb Imanaka, Charlie Gulick, and Johnny Park. And they became great friends of mine. But while we were up in McCall, after we had a hard day's practice and were hot, that first practice we had there, we went down to the Shady Beach place, and we asked where the showers were, and Parberry said, we got on the lake there. So I remember the Hawaiian boys, they ran out there on the dock and jumped in that Payette Lake. And were they shocked. They were used to swimming in those nice balmy waters in Hawaii. And you know how cold Payette Lake is, but man, they came scrambling out of there and they were hooting and hollering. Well, like I said, I started out in the college as a journeyman jock, you might say. I boxed for the college also on the boxing team, and I became a scholar, along the way somewhere. And I got my English degree, and then in about 1949, I started working part-time down at downtown Caldwell at a shoe store, Garber's shoe store. My friend Bill Garber's dad owned the store. And after I got through college, they wanted me to stay on there, and I eventually took over the management of the store, and then eventually bought the store and went on to, a career in the retail shoe business. I was delighted. I wrote a letter to President Henberg, which I understand he read to the Board of Trustees just before the vote that they made on football, and he read my letter to him. In that letter, I told him my story about my football at the college and how it helped me. I told him I thought that the football program would increase the enrollment at the college, rejuvenate the campus, put more spirit into the student body because they would make homecoming more meaningful. There's a multitude of young athletes that aren't quite good enough for Division I, and maybe some of them are, and just got overlooked. But a place like the College of Idaho gives them a place to pursue their athletic dreams, and also to get a first-class A1 education, which the college is famous for. We're known as an academic school, and I think that the players they will recruit will be those type of people. They're going to need help, and they're going to need help from their alumni and from their former football players to get behind the program and support it both financially and spiritually, with a lot of spirit. And I think we have a cadre of former athletes that are going to do a good job of that. I was an undersized guard, is what I was. In high school, at Vail High School, we ran a single wing formation, and I was the pulling, running guard, you know, because I had speed and I could keep ahead of the backs, you know, and block for them. And then when I came to the college, they were playing the Army T, you know, which had been popularized by Stanford and Army. And so the T formation was one-on-one blocking with no pulling guards. So I was an undersized guard, and you know, I don't want to make out like I ever was any kind of a star at the college. I was more on the practice squad, and I let the first team beat me up all the time. But I had a great time, and I enjoyed it.